might think you're feeding your cat the right way, but even small mistakes in their feeding routine can slowly damage their health over time. Do you feed your cat twice a day, morning and evening? Do you leave food out all day? Or do you just feed them whenever they ask? What if I told you that some of these habits might not be as harmless as they seem, and they could be affecting your cat's behavior, weight, and even lifespan? Hi, I'm Dr. Demi, a practicing veterinarian. In this video, I'm going to show you how feeding actually works for cats, why common routines don't always fit their biology, and how small changes can make a huge difference in your cat's health. We'll go through this step by step using simple, real-life examples so you can clearly understand what's happening inside your cat's body every time you fill their bowl. And by the end, you'll have a simple, clear guideline to follow so you can feed your cat with confidence without second-guessing. Before we continue, make sure to like and subscribe if you want to better understand your pet's health. Let's get into it. The first thing you need to understand is this: cats don't live by our schedule. They don't think in terms of breakfast, lunch, and dinner like we do. Their bodies work very differently. In nature, cats eat small amounts, multiple times a day. They hunt, eat a little, rest, and repeat. That rhythm is built into their hormones, their digestion, and even their nervous system. So when we feed them large meals only once or twice a day, we're actually going against that natural pattern. It might look fine on the outside, but inside, it can lead to energy spikes, stress, and changes in behavior over time. If you have a kitten, this stage is even more critical. In the first weeks of life, nutrition is not just feeding, it's the foundation for everything. Their bodies are extremely sensitive, and they're not ready for regular food. They need either their mother's milk or a proper kitten milk replacement. Even something like cow's milk, which might seem harmless, can cause digestive issues and weaken their system. As kittens grow, their bodies start working at a very high speed. They're building muscles, bones, coordination, all at once. That's why they need to eat more frequently. If there are long gaps between meals, you might notice them becoming weak, shaky, or suddenly low on energy. And a lot of owners mistake this for normal behavior, when in reality, it's the body reacting to a lack of fuel. As your kitten grows, you'll start moving toward a more structured routine, but this is where many people make a mistake. They rush the process. If you suddenly reduce feeding frequency or increase the gaps too quickly, your cat will feel it. You might see changes in appetite, digestion issues, or even anxiety around food. Cats rely heavily on predictability. When feeding happens at consistent times, their body starts to stabilize. Hormones regulate, digestion improves, and behavior becomes calmer. It's not just about food, it's about rhythm. As your cat gets older, their routine becomes more stable, but that doesn't mean it should be the same for every cat. Some cats are very active. They play, explore, and move a lot. Others are much more relaxed and spend most of their time resting, and their feeding needs will be different. A common mistake is feeding based on habit instead of observation. Over time, this can lead to overeating, weight gain, or the opposite, not enough energy. Another big mistake is leaving food out all day. It feels convenient, but it removes structure. Your cat starts eating not because they're hungry, but simply because food is always available. Even in adulthood, there's no one perfect feeding schedule. 2 meals a day works for some cats, but not for all. Some cats do better with smaller, more frequent meals. It helps keep their energy stable and reduces stress on the digestive system. The key here is observation. Your cat is constantly giving you signals through appetite, behavior, weight, even their coat. If you pay attention, you'll know whether your current routine is working. As cats age, everything starts to change. Their metabolism slows down, digestion becomes more sensitive, and their nutritional needs shift. At this stage, smaller, more frequent meals often work better. They're easier on the body and help maintain stability. Hydration also becomes more important. Many cats naturally drink less water than they should, and over time, this can affect their kidneys and overall health. That's why adding moisture to their diet through wet food or even adding water becomes very important. There's another factor that most people overlook: how your cat eats. If your cat eats too quickly, it can lead to discomfort, vomiting, or digestive issues. And this is often not about the food itself, but about behavior. In many cases, it's a leftover survival instinct. When eating becomes slower and more controlled, your cat becomes calmer, and that calmness often carries into other areas of their behavior. One of the most common questions is, what's better, wet food or dry food? The truth is, it's not that simple. Both have their place, and both can cause problems if used incorrectly. What matters most is balance. Cats naturally get a lot of their hydration from food, so when they're fed only dry food, they may not be getting enough moisture over time, and that can affect their long-term health. And here's something people don't talk about enough. Feeding is not just physical, it's emotional. When your cat knows they'll be fed consistently, when they feel feel that routine, they become more relaxed. There's a sense of safety, but when feeding is unpredictable, it can create stress. Sometimes that stress shows up in ways that are hard to explain, unless you understand where it's coming from. There's no single perfect feeding system for every cat, but there are principles that almost always work. When you start paying attention, not just to how much you feed, but how, when, and in what context, everything changes. And that's when you truly start understanding your cat. This video is for educational purposes only and does not replace professional veterinary advice. If your cat has any health or feeding issues, always consult a licensed veterinarian. If you found this helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments how often you feed your cat. I'm Dr. Demi. Take care of your pets, and I'll see you in the next video.